Alright, so we are in Photoshop. Here is just a picture of a daylily, not one of your daylilies, just a picture of a daylily that I found on Google. So you bring it into Photoshop and you have the layer right here that says daylily. So just name it so that you can see that better. Delete that. Okay, so we have that layer, daylily. Boom. Click the text tool. You can either click it over here or press T on your keyboard. And now we have that, and so we're just going to click wherever we want it. So I obviously am fine with clicking right there. We'll call this daylily hot summer. You can't see my text because it's navy, but what you're going to do is if you go ahead, if you type in hot summer, and then you go up in here and you change anything, nothing's going to happen. So either left click and drag across, or as long as you're clicked on the text, you can press Control A, which selects all. So it selects all of the text. So you've done that. So we want it to be a white because white's going to stand out. And then so now it's still selected. All of it is selected. Yours can already be white. It's whatever. So now we have our sizes for the text. So 72 is as high as that goes. So make it 72. We want it bigger. So what you're going to do is you can either guess and check by highlighting what's in here, or you can just click and backspace. You're going to select that. I know your text went away. Don't worry. Let's say 150. So over double 72. So we have that. Oh, that's not big, or that's too big. We just try a different number, 130. 120, 10, it doesn't matter. We're going to go with 150. Okay, so if you like that and you're okay with that, then you can you climb up to this tool, click it, or you can press V on your keyboard. But I suggest just clicking this because you don't want to accidentally type a V. So just come up here and click this, and now we can move our hot summer. So hot summer, I think it looks pretty good right there. Obviously you can see there's our hot summer layer, there's our daylily layer, so those are separate. Now another way you can adjust the text is if you press T on your keyboard or come over here to the text tool and you click in the text hot summer, and you either click and drag or again click on it and press Control A. You are now you can come up here to where you see the tiny t and big T next to the numbers, and if you click there, as your mouse goes to the right, hot summer gets bigger. As your mouse goes to the left, hot summer gets smaller. That's an easy way if you don't really want to play around with guess and check, but the simpler way is to just guess the size that you want and just keep typing in different numbers to find a size that you like. Okay, once you have this done and you want to print it onto maybe a 4x6 photo, all we're going to do is there's two ways. The first way I will show you is just simply we're going to select daylily and then we're going to hold shift on our keyboard. You're going to click shift and hold shift. And when you do this, you need to make sure everything is exactly how you want it. You're going to hold shift. You're then going to click hot summer. And now what you're going to do is you're going to press Control G on your keyboard. Now if you had held shift, you would have both of these selected. Again, if you hold shift, you see they're both highlighted. And then when they're both highlighted, Control G, you simply made a group. Now if you didn't want to do it that way, you could come down here, click the one that looks like a folder, and you have your group. You then need to drag each layer, boop, drag this one, boom. You now have those, they're dragged in there and they're in this group. We're going to name this group composition. So now if we hide that, everything's gone. It's all in that group. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to File, New, and now if you want to have a 4x6 inch picture, all you're going to do is when we get this new file, new document screen, all you're going to simply do is just taking a little bit to load. All you're going to have to do is you're going to see, your size. And all you need to do when you change the size of or create the size is simply just type in 4 on the width and 6 on the height, or vice versa, 6 on the width and 4 on the height, and you need to make sure that's in inches. As long as it's in inches, copy of that, like that is literally the exact same size. That's perfect. So what you're going to do is you're going to come here. See, mine's on pixels, yours might be on points, it could be on any of these. It could be on inches. You want to make sure it goes to inches. So right now, you're going to want to change your width in inches to 6, if that's what you want, and that would be a landscape photo. You can go ahead and try taking the resolution and bumping that up to 100. That'll just help a little bit. So as soon as that's done, make sure this is inches. That's the only important part here, is that being inches. Once that is done, all you do is press create. Again, it's being a little slow, so excuse me. Now we have created 2 of them. Now this is a 4x6 image. So what we're going to do now is you're going to go up here, you'll see your layers, and we have this one, which we can see daylily. So we have this. What we're going to do is we're going to take our composition here, take it right here, drag it up and into the new document, and then come right here and just place it down. Now, it's completely zoomed in. If you have a small image, it might be smaller than the 4x6. And in that case, it may not be the best idea to print because it might come out pixelated. I chose a big image off Google, so this image is obviously ginormous. So what we're going to do is we're going to zoom out. So if you want to zoom out, you can either press Control minus on your keyboard, which is what I suggest. Just press Control, come up to the minus, plus zooms in, minus zooms out, and 0 zooms into where the size of the window is like as big as it can be. So again, Control minus, zoom out, and now we have the composition file, and if you have this file, it doesn't really matter. That's just the background. You can go ahead and delete that, or you can keep it. Doesn't matter. So we have our composition file. All we're going to do, or our group, all we're going to do is press Control and T on the keyboard. And what that's going to do is now we have the whole image. As you can see, if I move it around, that's the whole image. Okay, now what you are going to do is you need to make sure you hold Shift on your keyboard, click in the corner of the photo, not on the side, not on the top, in the corner, and drag down. So now we have it, it's off this, but it's a smaller size. So you're going to take it and drag it and line it up with the left side and the bottom side. And then again, hold Shift and drag down. So as you can see, the aspect ratio of 4 inches by 6 inches. That means, you have, for like every inch going up, you're going to have roughly like 1.5 inches-ish going to the side. And this image that I found off Google isn't that exact same aspect ratio, which is fine because you can still see the picture. So all we're going to do is move the image over to where hot summer, we want hot summer to show. So hot summer is going to show. You see the you see that, and we're good. That's exactly what we wanted. So, then you would just go File, Save. To go over this again, just to reiterate, here, if you do not have a group, which it's fine if you do not, but all you're going to do is, again, click one of the layers and then hold Shift on your keyboard and click the other. So now you have them both highlighted. Now you can let go of Shift. Now put one finger on Control, hold Control, and then press G. Once you've done that, you have a group. As you can see, they're both in the group. That's fine. You can leave the name as Group 1. You can name it My Awesome Project, whatever. So now you have this. Again, all you're going to do is take the group right here, move it over and up into your new project, new file, and then bring it down onto, it should be a white background, it can be black, it doesn't matter. Move it onto that. If you have too big of a picture, all you're going to do is make sure your group is highlighted. Control T. Again, to zoom out is Control minus. And then again, you want to hold Shift and drag down. You're going to get a size that's roughly that size. Move it up, put it in the corner, drag down, and as you can see, Hot Summer's not going to fit, so we just move it over. Boop, boop, boop. It's moved over, and then we zoom in. If you get to the printed file where on the 4x6 and you don't like something, you can open up the folder, and then you can mess with the daylily picture. As you can see, you can mess with that, and Hot Summer stays. Or you can go to Hot Summer, you can move that down, move it over, change the size of it. Now that it's on a, on a different file, you may not like the size, but it doesn't matter. When you scale it down, I want to let you know, when you scale it down, you will see a different number up here because the actual size of the text is changing. But again, to change the text, click on text, Control A. You can either guess and check by taking these numbers and changing them, or you can do this. If your font size is in points or in pixels or in, I don't know, inches, it doesn't matter what it's in, because no matter what, all you have to do is guess and check, and it should be as simple as that. So if you have any questions, just let me know. Thank you.